How psychology teaches us to stay calm no matter what happens. Let me ask you something. Have you ever seen a person who stays calm even when everything around them is falling apart? Someone who doesn't panic, doesn't lose control, doesn't react in anger, even when the situation is stressful? Why are some people like this, while others break down with the smallest problem? Is it personality, a special talent, luck? Or is it something deeper, something hidden inside the human mind? Today I want to tell you a secret most people never learn. Calmness is not a gift, it's a psychological skill. A skill your brain can learn if you understand how it really works. Let me tell you the story of a guy named Sam. Sam wasn't born calm. In fact, he used to panic at the smallest things. Traffic. Panic. A small mistake at work. Stress. Unexpected problems. Total meltdown. But one day, something happened that changed his life. Something that forced him to face his own mind and discover a psychological truth that completely transformed how he reacts to everything. By the end of this story, you'll understand why your brain panics, how it tricks you, and most importantly, how you can train your mind to stay calm no matter what is happening around you. Ready? Because once you learn this, you will never see stress the same way again. Sam was an ordinary guy with ordinary problems. Bills, deadlines, responsibilities, just like everyone else. But inside him, something was always shaking. Every time his phone rang unexpectedly, he felt his chest tighten. Every time his boss called him into the office, his stomach dropped. Every time something didn't go according to plan, he felt like he was losing control. He wasn't weak. His brain was simply working in survival mode, a mode many people live in without knowing it. One evening, after a stressful day, Sam noticed something. On the bus ride home, he saw an older man sitting calmly as the bus shook, horns blared, and people argued around him. This man didn't flinch, didn't react, didn't get angry. He just sat there, still, peaceful, almost unbothered by everything happening around him. How is he so calm? Sam wondered. Why can't I be like that? And that question started Sam's journey. He began reading, studying, and trying to understand what makes a person calm. He expected to find complicated answers. But what he learned instead was shocking. The calmest people aren't calm because life is easy. They're calm because their brain works differently. Not naturally, but because they trained it. Just like a muscle, the mind can be shaped. Sam realized that his brain was always reacting instantly, without thinking. And this instinctive reaction was the real enemy of calm. So Sam made a decision. He wanted to understand the psychology behind stress. He wanted to learn how the mind works. And he wanted to train himself to stay calm, even in chaos. Little did he know, the truth he was about to uncover would completely change how he saw stress, fear, and his emotional reactions. A week later, Sam faced his first test. He was at work when suddenly his boss called him into the office. Instantly, his heart started pounding. Thoughts raced. Did I do something wrong? Am I in trouble? What if I lose my job? This is where most people panic, because the brain jumps to the worst-case scenario. Sam tried to stay calm, but his mind was already spinning. As he walked to his boss's office, he noticed something. His hands were shaking, his breath was short. His body felt hot. He remembered reading that these reactions are not emotional, they're biological. His brain wasn't thinking logically. It was protecting him. The voice in his head was not truth, it was fear, but fear felt real, fear felt loud. Fear felt like the only voice. In the office, his boss looked serious. Sam felt his chest tighten again. But instead of reacting, he decided to watch his reactions like a scientist. He asked himself, is this fear real, or just my brain trying to protect me? Then something unexpected happened. His boss wasn't angry. He wasn't criticizing Sam, he just needed a quick update on a project. Nothing big. Nothing scary, the situation was simple. But Sam's brain had created a whole disaster that wasn't even real. That's when Sam realized, most of our stress comes not from reality, but from the stories our brain creates before anything even happens. This moment became Sam's turning point. He finally asked the real question, if my brain is making me panic, then how can I train it to stay calm? Sam dove deeper into psychology. He discovered something most people don't know. Your brain has two systems. System 1. Fast brain reacts instantly, emotional panics quickly, jumps to conclusions, protects you from danger. System 2. Slow brain, calm, logical, thinks clearly, solves problems, stays relaxed. Here's the twist. When stress hits, the fast brain takes over, even when the situation is not dangerous. This is why people shout, panic, overthink, or act impulsively. Sam realized that calm people aren't naturally calm. They just know how to switch from the fast brain to the slow brain quickly. Then Sam discovered the famous amygdala hijack, a psychological event where your emotional brain overrides your thinking brain. That's why you say things you regret, you get angry quickly, you overreact, you panic, you imagine the worst, but there was a solution. Psychologists say the fastest way to stop the emotional brain is controlled breathing. Slow breathing sends a message to your amygdala. You are safe. Sam tried it. Whenever he felt stress building, he took slow, deep breaths. And something incredible happened. His thinking brain came back online. He also learned another tool, reframing. Instead of thinking, I'm in trouble, he started thinking, this is just a challenge. I can handle it. Slowly, his reactions changed. His mind was learning something new. Stress is not an emergency. Not every problem is a threat. And for the first time in his life, Sam felt a small sense of calm growing inside him. Then came the real test. One evening, Sam was driving home when suddenly a car swerved in front of him. He hit the brakes hard, his heart jumped, his breath stopped. Normally, this would be the moment he panicked, shouted, reacted without thinking. But this time, something different happened. He closed his eyes for 1 second and said to himself, slow down. Switch to calm mode. He took a deep breath, another one, and slowly, his emotional brain softened. His logical brain returned. Instead of shouting, he simply moved the car to safety. He realized something shocking. Calmness is not the absence of chaos. Calmness is control. Control over your breath. Control over your thoughts. Control over your reactions. At that moment, Sam understood the truth. Your mind is like water. When it's still, you can see clearly. When it's disturbed, everything becomes blurry. Most people try to control the world. Calm people control their mind. And that makes all the difference. From that day on, Sam started noticing a big change. Problems still came. Difficult people still appeared. Stress was still part of life. But his reaction was different. He didn't panic quickly. He didn't jump to the worst conclusion. He didn't lose control. He learned how to listen to his mind, without letting it control him. And that gave him a kind of power he never had before. He finally understood, you can't control everything around you, but you can control how you respond. And that is true calmness. Calmness is not magic. It's not luck. It's not personality. It's psychology, and it can be learned. By understanding your emotional brain, by controlling your breathing, and by shifting to your logical brain, you can stay calm in any situation, just like Sam learned to. Remember this, your mind is not your enemy. It's a powerful tool, and when you train it, it becomes your greatest strength. If you enjoyed learning the secret of the mind, wait until you see the next one. The strange way your brain reacts when you fall in love. You won't believe how much it controls your heart.